Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. 36 hours from now, the most ornate symbol of Indian democracy will be free from the baggage of British colonialism. Today, we got the very first look of the shimmering grand new Sansad to be dedicated to the nation on Sunday, viewers. It not only seems to match the grandeur and gravity befitting this great country, but its unveiling will also be a moment of recognition for the ethos shrined in the world's oldest civilization. Viewers, this scepter on your screen will be handed over to the Prime Minister before it gets placed near the Speaker's chair in the new Sansad, sitting there as a reminder of the rule by Dharma. A reminder dating back to the proud Chola dynasty. Viewers, the Sengol should have been put there inside the Indian Parliament 75 years ago. But this symbol of righteous rule mysteriously found its way into a museum instead, where it was curiously labeled as the walking stick of Jawaharlal Nehru, India's first Prime Minister, capping a chain of monumentally embarrassing moments. It's bewildering how the Sengol was consigned to a dark corner in a Prayagraj museum among other historical relics, when it should have been a shining light on India's parliamentarians while serving as a reminder to the world of India's long-standing tradition of rule by dharma, rule by ethics and spiritualism. The Congress, the BJP says, failed the Sengol and is failing it again now. But an undeterred Congress party today says that the Sengol is a bogus theory, suggesting it neither is part of India's historical tradition nor was it used as a symbol of transfer of power when Pandit Nehru exhorted India to keep its tryst with destiny at the stroke of midnight on the 15th of August 1947. The Congress party's denial has been condemned by the BJP and the seers of the famous Tamil Nadu mutt that is intimately aware of the Sengol's place in history. The mutt's pontiff today recalled the sequence of events leading to the Sengol's commissioning to mark the auspicious moment of transfer of power from the British to Indians. If that is true, viewers, then it belies wisdom why the Congress is in denial not only of New Bharat's new Sansad but also of its Sanskriti represented by the Sengol. Can this denial actually be in any way serving a democracy? Is a question many are asking. These fundamental questions, viewers, are at the heart of the debate tonight on the NewsHour. Deriding the Sengol's history as bogus has invited the ire of Thiruvaduttur Adhitanam, the mutt that gave Rahul Gandhi's great-grandfather the sacred symbol of independence from the British Raj. Listen in.
Sengol சிறப்பு பற்றி நாம் எல்லாம் இந்த உலகம் முழுவதும் இன்று பரவி கொண்டிருக்கிறது. இந்த செங்கோல் திருவாவடுதுறை ஆதீனத்தின் மூலமாக 1947 அன்று பாரத பிரதமர் ஜவஹர்லால் நேரு அவர்களுக்கு திருவாவடுதுறை ஆதீனம் மூலமாக வழங்கப்பட்டது. இந்த சுதந்திரம் அடைந்த பின்பு நேருஜி, ராஜாஜி, மூத்த தலைவர்களெல்லாம் நமது திருவாவடுதுறை ஆதீனத்தில் தொடர்பு கொண்டார்கள். தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கு ஒரு பெருமை கிடைத்திருக்கிறது. நம்ம நாட்டுக்கு, தமிழ்நாட்டுக்கு அவ்வளோதான். தமிழ்நாட்டிலேருந்து செங்கோல் போனது திருவாவடுதுறை ஆதீனத்திலேருந்து. திருவாவடுதுறை ஆதீனம் தமிழ்நாட்டில் இருக்கிறது. அது சோழ நாட்டில் இருக்கிறது. சேர நாடு, சோழ நாடு, பாண்டிய நாடு, இந்த 3 பிரிவுகளில் அரசர்கள் அரசாண்டார்கள். இது திருவாவடுதுறை ஆதீனம் சோழ நாட்டில் இருக்கிறது. சில பேர் தவறான செய்திகளை கருதி கொண்டு இருக்கிறார்கள். என்னென்றால் இந்த காலகட்டத்தில் அது பொய்யான ஒரு தகவல் செங்கோல் கொடுக்கவில்லை என்று சொல்கிறார்கள். இதெல்லாம் பொய்யான தகவல். இதில் 1940 ஆங்கில ஏட்டிலெல்லாம் வந்திருக்கிறது. அதுலேயும் புகைப்படம் இருக்கிறது. அதில் பார்த்தா தெரியும். இதை புத்தகத்திலையும் நமது திருவாவடுதுறை ஆதீனத்தில் துரசை செங்கோல் இந்திய சுதந்திரம் என்ற புத்தகத்திலையும் நாம் எல்லாம் போட்டிருக்கிறோம். இதெல்லாம் பார்த்தா நமக்கு தெளிவு கிடைக்கும், எல்லாருக்கும் தெளிவு கிடைக்கும்.
That was the pontiff of the Thiruvaduthurai Adhinam, the holy mutt that has records, and was talking about the records in its possession of how the Sengol was given to Jawaharlal Nehru. While Congress is busy trying to bury the importance of the Sengol, can it deny the documented proof given by the government of its ally in Tamil Nadu? The Sengol is mentioned on page 27 of the Hindu Religious and Charitable Endowments Policy Note 2122 by the Tamil Nadu government's Culture and Religious Endowments Department itself. And it's an alliance partner of the Congress. It states that the top pontiff handed over the gold-plated silver scepter to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru just 15 minutes before the stroke of midnight on 15th of August 1947. This signifying the transfer of power from the British Governor-General Lord Mountbatten to the first Prime Minister of India. Fact-checking the Congress party, the BJP claims that the pride that was pushed into darkness is now being brought to light by the Sarkar. Listen in.
जो कॉलोनियल माइंडसेट में अभी भी लिप्त हैं, जिनके लिए राजनीति का मतलब परिवार नीति है, वो ट्रांसफर ऑफ पावर के इस सिंबल को भारत की संवैधानिक धरा पर क्या ये सिंबल विशेषता रखता है, इसको और न्याय संगत तरीके से इतिहास के इस पन्ने को वर्तमान में उजागर करने की सरकार के प्रयास के ऊपर राजनीति करेंगे। ये उनका स्वभाव है, ये उनका अधिकार है।
ये आर्टिकल अमेरिका की टाइम मैगजीन का जो इशू था 25 अगस्त 1947 में छपा था। राजनीतिक दलों में जो इस विषय पे विरोध कर रहे हैं वो इस आर्टिकल को पढ़ें और थोड़ी जानकारी लें कि सेंगोल की क्या सिंबलिज्म है। ये जो विरोध का नाटक है वो इसके कारण वो अपने लोगों पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू का भी एक तरीके से विरोध कर रहे हैं।
जयराम रमेश जो प्रश्न उठा रहे हैं, जयराम रमेश को जवाब देना पड़ेगा कि नेहरू ने इस छड़ी का कब, कहां, कैसे उपयोग किया था।
The opposition, on the other hand, says that the BJP is rallying behind Sengol as a diversionary tactic. Listen in.
मुद्दों से ध्यान हटाने की कोई बात नहीं। 9 साल से तो आप हैं, आपने क्यों नहीं उसको रखवाया था? आज ही आपको क्यों याद आ रहा है? पर चलिए, वहां रखा जा रहा है, हम स्वागत करते हैं उसका। पर इतना जरूर भाजपा से कहेंगे, आप देश के इतिहास में जो बड़ी घटनाएं हुई, अच्छी घटनाएं हुई, देखो ना, तो कांग्रेस के समय में ही हुई। ये प्रतीक है, जो राजदंड है, जो सेंगोल है, ये भारत के ही प्रधानमंत्री को तो मिला था।
Parliament related controversy is being continued now. You have stated, Congress party has stated that all the claims regarding the Sengol is completely bogus of the BJP.
We have asked our 9 questions. We want a response to these 9 questions. Everything else is a diversionary tactic.
See, Sengol is the symbol of honesty by the king, the ruler. It is associated with monarchy. So they're giving Sengol, honoring Sengol by the BJP is most irrelevant because they conduct raids in many of the opposition parties' houses, and when there were many charges of corruption in Karnataka, they did not go to any minister's house. So they were protecting BJP ministers and attacking other opposition party ministers and others, which means they have no right to hold the Sengol.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the legitimate question we are asking on the NewsHour tonight: berating Sansad and Sanskriti, is that democratic? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the NewsHour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Shehzad Poonawala, national spokesperson of the BJP, Anand Neelakantham, author. Also joining me tonight, Waris Pathan, national spokesperson of the AIMIM, Ameek Jamai, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Mr. P. Gandhi, spokesperson of the DMK. But my first question goes to Mr. Romesh Sabharwal, senior leader of the Congress Party. Mr. Sabharwal, A direct question to you. The Sengol was relegated into a dark corner of a museum in Prayagraj as a golden stick. Today, when it is being brought out and given its pride of place that it deserved, why is the Congress party calling this a bogus theory? Was it not given to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru at the time when he was taking over as the first Prime Minister of India, with the then head of the state, or likely to be the head of the state, Rajendra Prasad, standing next to him? Why is it being called a diversionary tactic today?
Good evening, madam. These are all history contents, you know. And during the independence movement, after the independence movement, when the Congress got the liberation, we got the freedom from the Britishers. The parliament was vacated by the Britishers. The Rashtrapati Bhavan was vacated by the Britishers. The people of India got the freedom on that day. Our intention will never be that. How we can today question the integrity of our leaders, you know, at that time. Mahatma Gandhi ji, Nehru ji, Patel ji, these people have taken some decision. So might be the museum is under the government of India, you know. Who kept it there, why it was kept, who put the name stick. So these are the accountability has to be fixed on all these issues, you know. But instead of our leaders, and moreover my party, we should not do that. Gandhiji is not alive. We were not born at that time. Please, Congress party struggled for the freedom with the Britishers. The BJP, I feel shame on the BJP. They are so cheap people that they are doing politics on all these issues. Should Nehruji would have been alive, he would have answered them. Mahatma Gandhi ji would have been alive, they would have answered them. Why at that time they have not put these things in the parliament? How I can give the answer? What were the circumstances? We were aware that there was a division of the country. There were riots in the country.
So ignorance of history, ignorance of our culture, ignorance of our tradition is the best defense that you have, Mr. Sabharwal, to not recognize the importance of the Sengol. I mean, if that is the importance that you attach, and that is why Mr. Jairam Ramesh is calling all of this as part of a bogus WhatsApp university information, then I have really nothing to say to you. But Shehzad Poonawalla, bogus hai, and you're picking up these issues because you're doing cheap politics.
The Sengol is the most important. May I just, Ramesh ji, please, with all due respect.
How much respect did
Navika, may I please now, Navika. Today? This debate will be reduced to a shouting match on a very important issue. The Sengol is the most important and pious symbol, ornament, instrument of not just transfer of power as in Raj Dand, but also Dharma Dand. And when I say Dharma, I don't mean religion, I mean righteousness. It's in fact mentioned in the Sangam age in various sacred texts as to how the king or the ruler is to rule justly and fairly. The anai on him, the decree on him is to do that. And it comes from that tradition of the Chol dynasty, but it is intrinsic to the Indian syncretic culture that this should have been celebrated, and Nehruji accepted it. He accepted it, but because of the mindset and the vote bank politics of the Congress, it was reduced to a golden walking stick of one leader, kept into oblivion for the last 70 years. And today what I find very disturbing now, Navika, I request you, I humbly plead you, Navika, please, I don't want to engage in this. You give me my turn, then I will speak, then he can speak.
Mr. Sabharwal, allow him to finish his point, and then if you have to rebut him, I will get you in.
That's how debate should be conducted. Let me give you three very important evidences, and Mr. Sabharwal, if you do not stop, then I will have to make you stop. I don't want to reduce it to that. So first evidence is that the DMK government's own policy note has said very clearly, and I'll read one line of it, this signified the transfer of power from the British Governor General Lord Mountbatten to the first Prime Minister of India. Is the DMK government indulging in WhatsApp No. The newspaper that Mr. Jairam Ramesh quoted, the same newspaper dated 11th August 1947 has published how this symbolized the transfer of power, and it was given to Nehruji from Mountbatten after just 15 minutes before independence. Last year in Tamil Nadu, Indian Express version, a paper you worked with, Navika, and you can vouch for its credibility, also published detailed note of this, and most importantly, the Adhinam itself has come out today and given a historical expanse of that. My limited point is कि क्या आज हम लोग पहले राम जी के अस्तित्व को नकारने वाली कुछ पार्टियां हैं, राम भक्तों पर गोलियां चलाने वाली कुछ पार्टियां हैं, आज इस प्रकार से भारतीय संस्कृति से नफरत पर उतर आए हैं that they are now erasing this entire thing and they will be the first ones to come for औरंगजेब रोड. ये औरंगजेब रोड के लिए पहले लड़ेंगे, पर चोल साम्राज्य का और भारतीय संस्कृति का इतना अहम हिस्सा they are trying to undermine it by calling it Nehruji's छड़ी.
Well, let me get in Mr. Varis Pathan. Mr. Varis Pathan, what is your objection to the Sengol? Is the, the entire opposition and the boycott of the parliament coming because this is a Hindu symbol? In which case, then let me ask you the question. Every single year on the 15th of August, every Prime Minister has given a speech from the ramparts of the Red Fort. Nobody has ever said that the Red Fort is a manifestation of the Mughal times. Why are we doing this? Why are we giving speeches from there? We should do it from somewhere else. Why do you see religion in the Sengol? It is about dharma. राज धर्म की आप बात करते हैं, ये राज धर्म की बात है, धर्म दंड है. इसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
Well, Navika, the meaning of Sengol, which I have read, is just righteousness and justice, which is totally against the ideology of the BJP. They have taken away the rights of our Lok Sabha Speaker. Prime Minister Modi inaugurating the new parliament building is totally gross violation of the theory of transfer of powers, which is the main part of the constitution. So if they don't follow the constitution, then what will happen to the democracy, and what message are we giving it to our future generation? That if the Prime Minister, the BJP does not believe in constitution, they do whatever they feel like after their own feel free and conscious. So first of all, you follow the rules and regulations, because the rules are clear that in theory of power of separation there are three things: legislature, executive and judiciary. The head of the legislature is the Lok Sabha Speaker, the head of the executive is the Prime Minister, the head of the judiciary is the Chief Justice of India. Now tomorrow the Prime Minister will say that I am the head of the judiciary and can he go and pass orders? No. So that's a total violation, gross violation of the theory of power of separation. So why does the Prime Minister not come before the nation and say that, okay, first of all, they made a mistake by not inviting the President. They should have invited the President. But I go a step further and say that even the President does not have a right to inaugurate the Parliament building, because it is under Article 53(1). It is clearly stated that the President is also part of the executive. But she should be invited. Let the Prime Minister come tomorrow before the entire nation, hold a press conference and say that yes, I will remain there present. The President will remain there.
Varis Pathan, you should have also questioned why did Jawaharlal Nehru ji give a speech at the stroke of midnight on the 15th of August 1947 as the Prime Minister? The Speaker should have given.
Or Rajendra Prasad.
Or the President should have given. Rajendra Prasad ji should have given. Why Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru? ये 75 साल बाद आप इतिहास रीराइट करना चाहते हैं. You want to rewrite history after 75 years.
No, what I am saying, the BJP was in power since the 9 years, and earlier Vajpayee was there. So what were they doing? Did they never heard about this Sengol? Do they come here just now to save? They just want to save their face before the nation is shouting that no, Mr. Modi, you are doing a wrong. And if the Congress has committed a wrong, this does not mean that the BJP must follow it.
Respond, Mr.
Varis Pathan has made two arguments. Let me answer both of them. Varis ji, आपने दो argument किए हैं. Varis ji, आपकी बातें सुन ली मैंने. Please, Varis ji.
Birla inaugurated, yes.
Varis ji, please, respectfully. मैं 30 सेकंड में खत्म कर दूंगा, आप मेरी बात सुनिए। आपने पहले संविधान का हवाला दिया, आर्टिकल्स का हवाला दिया। टुडे दिस मैटर वेंट टू द सुप्रीम कोर्ट एंड द वेरी सेम सुप्रीम कोर्ट सेड दैट देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल मैंडेट्स अंडर आर्टिकल 79 और द वेरियस आर्टिकल्स एंड अ समारोह प्रोग्राम व्हिच इज एन एग्जीक्यूटिव फंक्शन। इट्स एन एग्जीक्यूटिव फंक्शन, स्पीकर इनवाइटेड द प्राइम मिनिस्टर, ही इज डूइंग दैट, बट द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल प्रोविजंस व्हिच मैंडेट द president to summon or prorogue parliament are the same. If that would have been changed, I can understand the problem. Second point, this is a parliamentary installation that is being made. Are you saying that BJP is going to remain in power forever? You are opposing the Sengol, saying that BJP is not following certain precedents of Raj Dharma. Let's accept for a minute, although people are proving you wrong. But this is being done for the parliament. Tomorrow, whoever comes to power in parliament will be guided by that. So what is your problem? Tomorrow you will have problem with Yato Dharmastha Jaya also, which is Supreme Court's motto. Tomorrow you will have problem with Ram Rajya, which is Mahatma Gandhi's motto. And you will find communalism in that also, just like the Samajwadi Party has found. So therefore, I am saying this is your Vikrit vote bank politics, that iftar is kosher, but this dharma dand is not secular. This is your Vikrit vote bank politics which Congress has been doing and reduced it to Nehru ji ki chadi. This is the Vikrit मानसिकता. And by the way, Ram Gopal Yadav के जो नेता है Ram Gopal Yadav, उन्होंने सपोर्ट किया प्राइम मिनिस्टर शुड डू द इनॉग्रेशन. आचार्य प्रमोद ने सपोर्ट किया है. ये बीजेपी का क्या?
Why the Prime Minister wants to go there? Why does he want to take away the rights of the Lok Sabha?
Where are these rights enshrined? Tell me the document in which this right is enshrined for inauguration.
Why don't you not invite the President of the country?
आप मुझे एक प्रावधान बता दो जहाँ पर ये inauguration का right enshrined है.
What message do you want to give it to the entire nation?
आपको मैं बोल रहा हूँ एक provision बता दो जहाँ enshrined.
Okay, Mr. Waris Pathan, I want to ask you a basic question because आप कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में बिलीव करते हैं. यू आर अ लॉयर एंड you always say we follow the constitution. Yes. I want to ask you, how many members of parliament do you have in Lok Sabha? How many, sir?
2, but they are
2. And how many does Narendra Modi have? And how many does Narendra Modi have? He has 303. Will you decide how things have to be done in a democratic system of governance? Or will the leader of the party that has the maximum number of seats decide? I want to ask you, Ameek Jamai, are we rewriting how democracies work?
No, you have asked me a question.
आपने कहा कि कॉलोनियल रूल से जो है भारत निकल रहा है और नरेंद्र मोदी जी जो है एक नए भारत में प्रवेश कर रहे हैं. देखिए, अगर
नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने 140 हिंदुस्तानी
कॉलोनियल रूल से अगर आप बात करेंगी और आप तो बहुत सारे बीजेपी आरएसएस के और जनसंघ के उस जमाने के लोग जो उनके लिए काम करते थे ना, वो नाराज हो जाएंगे क्योंकि ब्रिटिश राज से तो उनको कोई दिक्कत थी नहीं. दूसरी बात ये है कि नेहरू जी, मेरा दिल इतना खुश है नाविका में, मैं आपको बता नहीं सकता हूँ. 14 और 23 की 9 साल की सरकार में नेहरू जी का जितना सम्मान गुणगान पिछले 48 घंटों से बीजेपी आरएसएस के लोग कर रहे हैं, इतना प्रचार तो कांग्रेस ने नहीं किया होगा. अमित शाह जी ने तो एक पिक्चर बनवा दी, ट्विटर पे भी डाल दिया, नेहरू जी यहाँ खड़े हैं, नेहरू जी यहाँ फोटो में, नेहरू जी वहाँ फोटो में, नेहरू जी अब इन्होंने सिंगल को पकड़ा हुआ है, अब उतर रहे हैं, अब जा रहे हैं. मतलब क्या है आपका? आपकी अपनी मतलब सिंगल अगर पावर ऑफ ट्रांसफर की आप बात कर रहे हो तो आज के इस नए संसद में मैं पूछ रहा हूं कि पहली संसद में, नए संसद में क्या बदल जाएगा? प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब हमें बहुत अच्छे लगे थे जब आए, आज ही के दिन आए थे, वो शपथ ली थी उन्होंने, 26 मई का दिन था 2014 को. तो संसद की सीढ़ियां चूम के साहब ने पूरे देश को बताया था, ना पक्ष ना विपक्ष, जितने भी एमपीज हैं, सपा हो, बसपा हो, एमआईएम हो, हम टीम इंडिया होंगे. टीम इंडिया कहां गई भाई? टीम इंडिया तो आपकी कॉर्पोरेट इंडिया बन गई. आपके पूरे 14 और 23 की जो सरकार का पूरा एक एक आप एजेंडा उठा के देख लीजिए. 2 करोड़ का रोजगार निर्मला सीतारमण साहिबा ने, इससे पहले का जो संसद का सेशन था उन्होंने बोला कि 2 करोड़ नहीं, हम 50 लाख की नौकरी दे पाए. मैं मुख्यतः किसानों की बात करना चाहता हूं कि इस देश में इतना बड़ा जो एग्रेरियन क्राइसिस जो फैला हुआ है कि प्रधानमंत्री जी ने इस देश के किसानों तक को नहीं छोड़ा. कहा उनसे कि आप विड्रॉ करो, हम आपके साथ हैं, हम आपकी फसलों का वाजिब दाम देंगे, हम आपका एमएसपी देंगे. उनको बिट्रे किया. तो इस 9 सालों में आपने लोकतंत्र की जो हाल कर ली है, अखिलेश जी ने आज सिर्फ इतना ही पूछा कि संसद तो ठीक है, नया बना लिया आपने, विपक्ष की कोई जगह होगी? बिल आपका पूंजीपति ड्राफ्ट करते हैं, आरएसएस अप्रूव करता है, आते हैं, विपक्ष की कोई जरूरत ही नहीं है. कोई भी सवाल,
सब कुछ इतना गलत है जमाई साहब,
एक आखिरी बात, एक आखिरी बात,
अगर सब कुछ इतना गलत है तो आप चुनाव क्यों नहीं जीतते? क्यों बीजेपी जीतती है चुनाव? इन अ डेमोक्रेसी यू हैव टू विन इलेक्शंस, रिमूव पीपल हु यू डोंट लाइक, यू कैन कम टू पावर, ओनली पीपल वोट फॉर यू।
वो हो रहा है, सत्ता का हस्तांतरण होने वाला है, परेशान ना होइए। मैं सरहद की बात कर रहा हूं। देश में क्या कहा प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब ने?
So you are opposed to parliament
जो सरहद है,
because of this?
जो सरहद, जब हमने कहा कि भारत की संसद में अखिलेश जी ने कहा प्रधानमंत्री जी सपा के होने की वजह से भी हम आपके साथ हैं, बढ़िए चाइना के खिलाफ, हमारे बॉर्डर का जो इंक्रोच हुआ है, हमारे यहां जो कॉलोनीज बन रही है, चाइना हमारा नाम तय कर रहा है। प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब डरते हैं हमारे देश की सरहद से कंप्रोमाइज किया इस देश के प्रधानमंत्री ने।
आप इतने साथ प्रधानमंत्री के that you don't want to even attend an inauguration of the temple of democracy. That is how much you support the Prime Minister शहजाद पूनावाला will respond.
अमित जी देखिए, इन्होंने कहा कि क्या इसमें विपक्ष की जगह होगी। अब ये तो जनता तय करेगी। अगर नाला भी साफ करने के लिए आपको नहीं सही समझ रहे और सारे नगर निगम में भी जगह नहीं दे रहे, तो मैं उसमें क्या कर सकता हूँ? आप खिसिया सकते हैं
नगर में।
देखिए अमित जी मैंने आपके बीच में अमित जी अगर ऐसी डिबेट करनी है तो बता दीजिए, मैं आपके बीच में बोलता रहूंगा। आपको अमित जी नहीं, नाविका मेरा समय है, नाविका मेरा समय है।
मैंने सवाल
3-4 मिनट बात सुनी, इन्होंने सारे मुद्दे पे बोला। तो अगर आपको उन्हें एक सेकंड सुन, मैं अपने हिसाब से जवाब दूंगा। अमित जी आपकी आवश्यकता,
9 साल हो गए ना
अमित जी।
ओके,
अमित जी देखिए मैं कर सकता हूँ, मैं भी कर सकता हूँ, आप तय कर लो।
आपकी डिबेट हमको मालूम है,
नाविका जी आपकी डिबेट हमको
नाविका जी आप बता दो 14 पे आओ। अमिक जमाई, ओके ऑल राइट। नो सेंगोल पे डिबेट है और पार्लियामेंट पे डिबेट है, विल स्टिक टू दैट। शहजाद पूनावाला
14, 17, 22, 23 के बाईपोल हो या नगर निगम नगर पालिका में आपको विपक्ष की जगह कोई नहीं दे रहा है, वो जनता है, जनता को जाकर पूछिए। दूसरी बात, इन्होंने कहा कि भाई आप विपक्ष को बुलाते नहीं, संविधान दिवस का आयोजन किया गया, सभी पार्टियों को आमंत्रण दिया गया, उसका बॉयकॉट। राष्ट्रपति के पहले संबोधन का, राष्ट्रपति बनने के बाद उसका बॉयकॉट, राष्ट्रपति को राष्ट्रपत्नी कहना, दुष्ट मानसिकता का कहना, और फिर कहते कि हम इनका बड़ा सम्मान करते हैं। और एक अमित जी, क्योंकि आप मेरे मित्र भी है, मैं आपसे एक सवाल पूछता हूं और दिल पर हाथ रखकर कहिए, ये छत्तीसगढ़ की असेंबली का शिला पटल है, इस पे सोनिया गांधी का नाम है। गवर्नर को इसमें इन्वाइट नहीं किया गया था, पता है गवर्नर कौन थी? अनुसुईया उके, ट्राइबल गवर्नर। अब मैं इसी पैमाने पर बताइए कि क्या गवर्नर का अपमान हुआ? आप समाजवादी पार्टी की चुनौती है।
मैं विधानसभा
आदिवासियों के पक्ष में,
महाराष्ट्र की
अगर आप संविधान के पक्ष में
करोड़ में खरीद के आपने चेंज कर दिया।
ये कहां चल?
मैं देश की बात कर रहा हूं, पार्लियामेंट की बात कर रहा हूं, विधानसभा की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, नगर पालिका की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं।
विधानसभा
बताइए ना टीम इंडिया का क्या हुआ?
चलो टीम इंडिया का,
प्राइम मिनिस्टर जी ने कहा टीम इंडिया कहां पर है?
चलिए टीम इंडिया का,
टीम कॉर्पोरेट टीम इंडिया
का बात,
टीम
बोलता हूं अमित जी, इसमें भी बोलता हूं, सुन लीजिए 10 सेकंड।
टीम अदा नहीं क्यों?
हाँ मैं बता रहा हूं। देखिए ये पहले प्रधानमंत्री है जिसने सारे प्रधानमंत्रियों के योगदान को सेलिब्रेट करने के लिए एक भव्य म्यूजियम बनाया। एक दिन आप लोग गए नहीं, पर पहले बनता था क्या? नेहरू मेमोरियल, इंदिरा मेमोरियल या किसी एक परिवार का मेमोरियल। ये टीम इंडिया सेलिब्रेट हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है? आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव 75 साल की आजादी हम मना रहे, कांग्रेस के बड़े बड़े नेताओं का योगदान हम सेलिब्रेट कर रहे, एक दिन कांग्रेसियों ने सेलिब्रेट नहीं किया। संविधान दिवस की बात हो, अरे भाई जनजातीय दिवस के रूप में आज भगवान बिरसा मुंडा जी के जन्म जयंती को मनाया जाता है, यह मोदी जी की उपलब्धि है। ओबीसी प्रधानमंत्री बने मोदी जी की उपलब्धि है।
आदिवासी को सेलिब्रेट, बताइए आदिवासी को सेलिब्रेट करके आप एहसान करें देश के ऊपर।
मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूं,
1 मिनट जेंटलमैन 1 मिनट
बनाया हुआ है, आपका देश नहीं है।
अमिक जमाई जी cease fire. I want to ask gentlemen,
संसद में ना उनको ताकत दी, उनको जबान दी, और आप लोग क्या करते हो?
Gentlemen. I want to ask this question to the spokesperson of the DMK, Mr. Gandhi. Mr. Gandhi, we began with the Sengol and we've reached a situation where we can't tolerate each other. Is the Sengol the issue of or the reason for the opposition boycotting the inauguration of the parliament? Is the issue not inviting the president? What is the issue? Is the parliament not a symbol of the democracy in India? Is the new parliament not a complete manifestation of the aspirations of Indians? Is it not true that we move, and we've operated our democracy for 75 years from a building made by the Britishers, and we ran it well. Now this is a new India after 75 years. If there is a new parliament consists of both the treasury benches and the opposition benches. Then why is the opposition being just so small-minded and questioning everything? Sengol is a problem, divisive is a problem, even not inviting the president is a problem. Are you just looking for excuses?
Navika, because here the issue is the BJP government or the union government is cleverly using Sengol as a diversionary tactics. It is not Sengol as an issue. You could have installed 9 years before when Mr. Narendra Modi came to power. Or even when Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister in the 90s, then also he could have installed the Sengol. But here the fundamental issue is why the President, Madam Draupadi Murmu, is not invited to inaugurate the parliament. The people's opinion is twofold. One is it may be because of the one-upmanship of Mr. Narendra Modi that he want to gain popularity or whatever he want to do. The other one is it that because she is a lady from tribal community, is it an insult to the president, or is it because of this particular what the social
and what do you think of the statement made by the Congress leader and head of the communications department, member of parliament in the Rajya Sabha, who says the Sengol and its importance is all bogus? What do you think about that?
Don't divert the topic like you are.
No, why am I diverting? I'm sorry. That is the debate.
That he tweeted. Navika didn't ask.
I didn't ask Mr. Jairam Ramesh to tweet. He tweeted it.
A tribal community is not invited to inaugurate the parliament. That is a fundamental issue.
So,
this exposes India's social
Sengol being bogus is all right?
And
Sengol being bogus is all right with you? I've noted your problem with the president not being invited, and I will ask Shehzad Poonawala to respond to that. I'm asking you a subsequent question. Sengol being called part of a bogus culture and tradition of India, are you okay with it?
Let me explain that. One should understand what Sengol represents. Sengol represents a rule by honesty, fairness, justice, equality and equity. This is what Sengol is, which was used in the Tamil rule.
Is it bogus? Is it bogus? Is there the relevance and records of the Sengol being given to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru? Yes or no? Yes or no? As a transfer of power.
The government is making that not allowing a tribal president to inaugurate the parliament building on the one hand, discriminating.
Was the Sengol given to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru in the transfer of power? Yes or no?
Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru never insulted a tribal president. This is a prime minister insulting a president.
He never made
What is the justification for that?
He never made one.
You're running away from the question. I want to ask you, the Adhinam priest went and gave this Sengol took it from Mountbatten and gave it to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru in the transfer of power. Yes or no?
Topic is whether Sengol is used as a diversionary tactic to take out.
Not answering the question. Mr. Neelkanthan, why is he not answering the question? And does the word bogus used for this entire tradition actually express the facts of the time?
Pardon?
Can I make a statement here?
Yes, please.
I don't know what is the big issue about this, because we have the lion statue of Ashoka, we have the Dharma Chakra of Ashoka again on our national flag. We have a lot of symbolisms associated with various emperors. So what is wrong in what was already used for the transfer of power to bring it to the new parliament and keeping it? I don't know why such a big politics is made out of it. I'm not a politician to support one side or other, but all the symbolisms have been used, right? The Buddhist chakra has been used, as Ashoka chakra has been used of Emperor Ashoka. The Saranath lion symbol has been used in all over this thing. In our currency notes, it is there. It is the symbol of India. So why not this also? This is also another big dynasty representing the Indian culture. So at the time when we got freedom, I think our national leaders didn't have this much problem. Nehruji didn't have this much problem. I don't know why there is so much problem now when the new parliament building is coming. These kind of symbolisms, we are using it. I am not talking about any politics or party. This is a tradition of India which was followed in 1947. So what is wrong in following the same kind of tradition in 2023? Where does other factors come into this? Why is it there are so many issues for the opposition to raise?
What is the problem?
Is this an important issue to raise?
That's what we are trying to say. You please use it. You also invite President Madam Draupadi.
So do you object? Do you object to Mr. Jairam Ramesh calling it bogus? Do you object to Mr. Jairam Ramesh calling it bogus?
I object to it.
What are you talking about bogus? See, first of all, what is a Sengol? Why is this conversation coming today? This conversation is coming today only because to divert the attention, nothing more. Had it been installed 9 years before, had it been installed last year, this conversation wouldn't have come at all, or even 10 years before. You want to divert the attention, you are trying to install
coming
it today.
in today.
And
75 years, they didn't remember it. That is not an explanation. But why is it coming today is the call.
The DMK spokesperson, I wish, thinks of Kurunt ho gayi, Kalit ho gayi, Purana Nuru, because these are the sacred texts from which Sengol comes. And today, somebody has insulted that by saying it's bogus, and the DMK is not even giving a reaction. Today, I am shocked at the nonchalance you have towards the great Tamil culture and great Tamil people. I am shocked at that. Anyways, I am not from Tamil Nadu, but I feel ashamed that you have not stood up once against that irrational Jairam Ramesh, that foul-mouthed Jairam Ramesh, and called him out. But anyways, that's your politics. I just want to ask you one question, my dear friend, Gandhiji. This document, HRC policy of 2021-22 of the DMK government, says that this signifies the transfer of power from the British Governor General Lord Mountbatten to the first Prime Minister of India. Do you stand by this document, or in the words of Jairam Ramesh, is this bogus? And as far as your question is concerned, sir, I just want to ask you very humbly that precedent that you keep referring to, we have been the ones who have championed her cause and made sure that she reaches the position of the president. I ask you though, whom did you vote for in the president election? And I ask you, did you attend the first speech of the honorable president? And I ask you what statement you made against Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, your ally, who said Rashtrapatini? And I ask you what statement you made against Congress, who said she is an evil mindset? So you have not stood up for Tamil culture today. You must note this. It is shocking, beyond shocking, that you don't have guts to call out Congress, the same Congress which has done innumerable unspeakable things to your culture.
Mr. Varis Pathan, I want to ask you, can you please, on public request, change your mind and attend the inauguration of the parliament, because it's your parliament, it's our parliament, it's the people's parliament. By staying away, are you not insulting the democracy and the temple of democracy itself?
Well, I reiterate again that if the Prime Minister Narendra Modi tomorrow comes before the nation and makes a statement that the new parliament building will be inaugurated by the Lok Sabha Speaker, our party president has made it clear that he will attend along with our fellow MP. But if the Prime Minister goes and inaugurates the building on his own, then we are not going to attend because it is unconstitutional. And I said it is a gross violation of theory of the separation of power, which is against the Constitution. And we are the followers of Constitution, and we don't want to set a bad example for the
Are you against
generation.
the tryst of destiny? Well, Varis Pathan, ask yourself that question, because it was the then Prime Minister who made that speech. Clearly, the symbolism is not lost on anybody that in a democracy, the leader of the largest party and the Prime Minister of the country is really the symbol of a democracy that is alive and kicking. And if the opposition is missing the wood for the trees, then tough luck, because they're not sending the right message to the people of India. How the people of India respond to this? Well, we'll wait for your comments, dear viewers, on this entire issue. On the other side, ladies and gentlemen, as I thank my panelists on debate number 1,